Welcome to LumenSoft video tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn how to configure and customize the settings of system according to your preferences. There are many features in the system that can be configured according to the needs of each individual basis. This video will help you learn how to configure the product tab under the system configuration screen. Let's start by discussing the first field. Product code only checkbox. While defining the products, if you don't require specifying the product size and color, then you select this checkbox. This will hide the product color and size attributes from the product definition screen. However, if you have a business comprising of some products that are without color and size specifications such as grocery items, whereas for some products size and color is required such as footwear and garments, then you will deselect this checkbox. Through this method, size and color attributes will be line item based. Now for an item for which the size and color attributes are required, you can select the size and color checkbox from the line item screen. From the product definition screen, when you select a line item that has size and color properties defined, the product sizes and product combination fields display for such an item. Whereas on selecting a line item that is defined without size and color properties, the fields for size and color will not display on the screen. This is the variable length checkbox. While defining a product, if you don't want the system to attach zeros with the code, then you will select this checkbox. However, if you want to define codes of fixed length by attaching zeros, then you will deselect the variable length checkbox. This is the product code length field used for defining the maximum length of the product code during the time of product definition. So, the digit entered in this field is the maximum length of the code you can specify for any product. Next up is the product code data type list, consisting of text and number as values. If you want to have only numbers as values for product codes, then you will select the number option. However, if you want to use alphanumerics comprising of numbers and alphabets together in product codes, then you will select the text option from the list. The variable product number length field is used for setting code lengths for product templates that are used in generating autocodes. This field is enabled only if the variable length checkbox is selected. The length entered in this field matches the length of code populated in the product template on the product definition screen. For example, on typing 6 in this field, the length of the code for each template on the product definition comprises of 6 digits. Notice that these attributes remain enabled up to the point when there is no product defined in the system. As soon as you define a product, these attributes are disabled, implying that these cannot be changed. If it is necessary to change any of these attributes, then you must first delete any defined product in the system. Next is the Display Product Details checkbox. Anywhere in the application, if there is a checkbox of Show Product Details that you want to enable by default, this can be done by selecting the Display Product Details checkbox. Now when you access any screen that has the Show Product Details checkbox, it will be selected by default as specified through the settings mentioned. On deselecting the Display Product Details checkbox, the Show Product Details checkbox will be deselected on any screen on which this checkbox is available. The Enable Decimal Point in Value checkbox that helps in entering the value of sales after the decimal points. If you don't want to consider the decimal amount of sales in the system, then you will deselect this checkbox. This is the decimal point in quantity list. If your business is of the sort that requires you to make sales of quantity even in decimals, then you will select the decimal places up to which you want to make sales of the quantity. For example, you want to enter the quantity of sales up to 2 decimal places, then you will select 2 from the list. The Enable Price includes Value Added Tax checkbox, which is used for adding the value added tax in the price of the product for the sales. If you want to adjust the tax amount exclusive of the price, then you will deselect the checkbox. This is the Display Other Code checkbox. While defining the product, entering your own product code against the product, you may also want to include the code given to the product by the supplier. Then you will select this checkbox from the Product tab and click Update from the toolbar. Now when you are defining the product through the product definition screen, the other code field displays on which the supplier code or any other code of the product is entered. Other code is usually entered when the product code in your shop varies from the code given to the product by the supplier. In this scenario, you may want the other code printed on the purchase order so that the supplier is not confused with the unfamiliar product code on the order. Remember that while making changes in the product configuration, you must always update through the toolbar to save those changes. Otherwise, the changes made will not reflect in the system. In this tutorial, you learned about configuring the upper portion of the Product tab through the System Configuration screen. To learn more, please refer to other videos. Thank you for your attention.